Hey everybody, welcome back to Arlene is Alone. And this time, yeah, I really am alone. Want to talk to you about this trend about, it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend. British Vogue published an article about it, and they talked about why it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend these days. And there's such great insight in that. And I'll tell you what it is. It's women discovering their power. It's women understanding that it's a flex to be single, that it's not a failure to not be in a relationship. They're discovering that independence and the ability to, put a roof over your head and to have a career and to do the things that you need to do to take care of yourself is actually strength. And it's such strength to be able to do that without relying on somebody else to do it for you. Women are finding out that, being single doesn't mean that you're less than, that somehow you are undesirable because you're single. In fact, it's the exact opposite. They're finding that they can have peace living the life that they want to live without taking care of somebody else all the time, but that they could be strong with themselves, by themselves, and doing what they want to do when they want to do it. This isn't to say that relationships are bad or that we don't, sometimes want to be with a guy, but it's to say that we don't need a man in order to be all that we can be. But what's interesting about it is the outrage that it has sparked by men. That there are men that are outraged that women suddenly feel that they can be strong and independent. That's interesting to me. Why would men be threatened because a woman wants to be strong and independent? But they are, and there's a lot of outrage. There's a lot of women that are very happy to see this, and we're happy to read the article. There are some women that are put off by the article because they believe that a woman's place is next to a man. But no matter what your view is, you still have to believe in yourself. You still have to need and understand that you are good enough exactly as you are, with or without a relationship. So I know I like it a lot. I think it actually says something about the future state of women. I think it says something about the independence that we're claiming, the strength that we're owning, and the courage that we have to believe that we're good enough, strong enough, and able to take on the world on our own terms. So for those men who are outraged, don't be. Maybe ask yourself whether you add any value in a relationship. Maybe ask yourself whether or not, you need somebody to need you and take care of you, or whether you actually want to be a partner with somebody and allow the woman who is next to you to be all that she can be in spite of you, or maybe with you. This trend, this new kind of found freedom and courage and understanding that we are okay on our own I think it's everything. I think it feels like what I've been living for the last decade, and I'm so happy to see that women are starting to understand that through their careers, through their efforts, through the things that they do in their day-to-day lives, that they are discovering themselves and they're discovering the strength they have. And, listen, if you know me, you know that I think that women are going to change the world. We are changing the world. We're under so much pressure with DEI initiatives, being just, taken down. We're under so much pressure with thinking about this whole kind of, be like this trad wife thing where you have to be home taking care of the family. You don't get to have a career. You don't get to think for yourself. You don't get to be yourself. Listen, that is a choice. And if that's your choice, that's fine. But if you want to be all you can be, if you believe in yourself and you know how strong you are, then you will realize that it's not found by being with somebody else. It's found in knowing yourself. Don't be embarrassed if you don't have a man next to you. Be embarrassed if you think you can't be happy unless you have a man next to you. I like it.